Of course, I think we should be educated. There's a difference between private and public. We can't talk about where are we going to be at and things like that, but still be on the plantation with it. When you talk about grants and things like that, that means that you're talking about a 501c3, something that's incorporated with this plantation, with the United States, which is actually, I mean, that's what we got to talk about. So let's just keep that real, because everybody's not there yet. However, when we talk about hip-hop, you do have the industry, and then you have like rap industry, and then you have hip-hop. With hip-hop, because it still has the voice of the people, it's still the heart, it's still the template, it's still the aboriginal entity, we still can do things with it. My thing for people is, you need to belong to something like the Zulu Nation, like something, you gotta belong to something other than the one that issues your birth certificate, your driver's license, your social security, something that ties you back into that corporation and that plantation. That's the first thing, because you do have to survive. But there is a difference between the private and the public. Right now, hip hop is on the private side. We can do things like have vendors, and nobody's out here asking for your EIN number. Drop Squad Kitchen is an aboriginal entity. It will never be an LLC. It will never be an INC. It will always be for the people, by the people, an employee-owned company. Why? Because you guys support it. Now, when I want to get big, if I really want to make that real dough, then we can sell ourselves to the beast and get that incorporation. You can do that, but you have to know what the difference is between private enterprise and public enterprise. So we have to be careful when we're talking about these things. We can raise our flags. I'm Grand Governess for the Meximore Empire. I'm still bang, bang, more kush all day. Yeah. You know what I mean? I understand paperwork. What we need to do is use hip-hop to teach these young brothers and sisters in the schools, raise up their spiritual vibration, start having them call down Ogun, call down Oshun, and start evoking these types of things so we don't have to use their system. And then finally, we need to be able to take these types of things and incorporate our own business so that we can get in the race, because that's the real race. The real race is the commerce. If you understand the ancient treaties and things like that, you can understand where we were as Aboriginal people. You can trace everything that we did. There would be no United States without us. Check the Treaty of Peace and Friendship. There would be no such thing. These young brothers and sisters could do the same thing if we give it to them in their schools, and we tell them have them invoke certain types of things. You give them an organization, like with the Girl Society and the Order Mother Earth, we have something called GAME, Godly Ability to Master Everything. It comes from Guerrilla Republic. That's your game. You have to write down your every move in your game book. That book has to be published. It's going to be self-published, because that is your godly ability to master everything. That is now your business plan. Like you said, all these clothes, everything we get came from somebody that had a business plan. Where is your business plan? So every single person in here that says something about hip-hop, you need to get your budget up. Where's your home economics? Where's your constitution? That's what we got to do. Self first.
All right.
The whole tribe. May we stay one and connected with the earth. We represent the Native Americans, all indigenous people worldwide, into our international government general. Do remember to love the life you love and love the life you live, because life is a gift from God. See? That's why we keep it positive, but we don't keep it negative. We sit on the rhythm because it's my prerogative. And a fast eye. Go make way, open the mic on, sing, put a mic on, jump, put a mic on, round, put a mic, get a bit of moving, rinse it right, open the mic, we keep it tight, chop on the mic for the black and white, we stand up for that equal rights, we hold up on the microphone, we blowing up like dynamite, permanent, sit down on rhythm, cause we physically fit up on that, mic, open the microphone and rinse it up and keep it tight. Peace, Jamal Scale out.
Peace to you, my brother, peace.
I'ma sing my side up to this. I'ma sing my side up to this. Step to the man, grandpa was on a rap. Raised in the ghetto, singing songs called survival. Running around town, giving all the dirt food was snacks. I'm really trying to steal a stage just by catching cardiac. Taking the way to get better is to grab the microphone. Smooth with the rain, so honey, don't take a person. There's a bit of time to just a swinger. Baby, all you catch is 2 steps up, play the finger. The Papa Luke, bad boy, turn to the private eye. Trying to step to this gate boy. It's full. Don't hit from the camera with legs like the Sandman. Game for one, you kids ain't gotta stop the head out. Come to the trick, that's what I'm possibly. Make what's that quick for next. And the works for the free. Change in the shade with the A's, the grade with the prints that I made from this trade. So get him to the tip. You know where to start the chip. If you wanna cash, you know the ways. It's real cool, man. I love to hit skin. food, but the high Mr. Cooler keep a fully in the cooler shit. I love me. Listen, bro, you better school. Before I have to play on the fairway, catch a quick shot, stay at the holiday. Now, what counts says I won't be playing soccer with the dreads. Always the hobby doing wonders in the bed. Both sides, the king sides, the queen sides, the hot dog. People run bags, I know how to whip the leg. If you ain't dancing, then you must be sick as cancer. Smooth romance, let it ring, I probably answer. The club take a dip with your private dancer. Nasty, naughty, and with six, call me shorty with a blow. I'm like, sex on some high, brother.
See. Right? When I say do you see where I'm coming from, what do I mean? When I say do you see where I'm coming from, what I'm asking you is do you understand?
That's right.
Seeing is understanding.
That's right. That's what I say.
Yeah.
So when I say to y'all, because I have a habit of doing that. I really say a bad habit, but I think it's a good habit.
Yeah.
When I'm conversating with somebody, to always say, do you see where I'm coming from? Do you understand? Because you can have all the knowledge and all the fly words in the world, but if you don't understand, it don't mean spit in the river, fam. You feeling me?
Yes, sir.
I mean, you see what I'm saying?
See what I say?
You know?
Yeah.
But the word, to go back to what we was talking about, the word man means mind. All right?
Yeah.
And the word men means mentality.
Mentality.
And the word woman means that's right, a womb. A womb with a mentality.
A womb.
Walking around with the pants under their behinds, the women walking butt naked, and then we over here arguing with each other about for respect. We don't even have no respect for ourselves. If we had the respect for ourselves, we would have that belt on our butt and pull our pants up. If you notice in boxing, what is the grand prize of a champion of a boxer? The belt. All right, so they stripped the original man, who's the Zulu, the Zulus, of their original self, so you don't have no belt. So now your belt is under your behind, and somebody else is playing around with it. All the while they playing around with our women, our kids, and so forth like that, feeding them so-called vaccinations. And in fact, there's a vaccination. I don't know if anybody else found out about the vaccination. There's a young 7-year-old child, a youth here in New York City, that got vaccinated by these damn Luciferians, and she was perfectly healthy. And now 4 days after the vaccination for the flu and all this other stuff, now the girl got brain disease that they can't understand what's going on. So I'm not an advocate of going and sending my kids to get vaccinations. I'm an advocate of giving my children herbs, okay? The same thing that worked for me is working for mine. The same thing that worked for me, worked for my grandmother, it's gotta be on. So we gotta take that same information and start feeding it out to the people.
Everybody, my man Fella B, y'all already know the ladies right.